Hello and Happy New Year to everyone out there, the Mummery people and the non-Mummery people. It's going to be a great kick-ass year. I only want it to be healthy, wealthy, and happy for you like it's going to be for me. If you're anything like me, you stayed inside this year and watched the Mummers, and it was good. So anyway, my name is Barolo, and I'm glad you stopped by to see what I'm going to chat about today, being January 2nd, second day, the day after the Mummers Parade. Anyway, I used to do stage lighting. I still do, but I used to do the Mummers. It all started back in 97 or 98, and two fellas, Jim Brennan and Fred Keller, came to Safeguard Lighting, where I was working at the time, and wanted to incorporate some lighting and effects in their Mummers Fancy Brigade show, which was going to be the first time in the Pennsylvania Convention Center. So I took them through the shop, showed them a lot of different things. They discussed the theme and what they wanted to do and the effects, and I put everything together, went down, worked with them, set it up, and boom! We won first place. The Jokers did. So I stayed with them for the next 4 years. I think it was 5 years altogether. And we won a few times, a couple of first places, a second, maybe a fourth and a fifth or something, I forget. But I did 5 years. They gave me some sweatshirts, for a couple of years. This one was from 98. And there's another one. And I think I have a third one or fourth. I can't find them all. This one is 99. And what have you. But anyway, I just wanted to welcome you to the new year, talk about the Mummers a little bit, since I'm a stage lighting guy and have been for almost 40 years. I started working with the Mummers back 97, 98, and I did the Fancy Brigade stuff. I did 5 years with the Jokers, and then I had changed lighting companies, and I had brought the Mummers and the Jokers and everything to the new lighting company I went to, which was Light Action, owned by Scott Humphrey. And I spent about 15 years there, I believe, 16 years there, and I had worked there years prior to that. But anyway, I had brought the Mummers in to Light Action, and they had exploded. They've done a phenomenal job, and they've grown and grown, and the whole production has blown out of proportion. But it has come to the point where the show, the indoor Fancy Brigade show, is just as good or better than a Broadway show. So get your tickets for next year, because they sell out every year, and it is just like a Broadway show. The lighting, the effects, the colors, the costumes, the dancing, the sets. It's unbelievable. So it was very, very exciting for the long time that I did do it. I think about 18 or 19 years. I started out doing the Fancy Brigades with the Jokers. I did it for about 5 years with them, and then I would go in and set up the show lighting for Light Action to do the Mummers broadcast, indoor broadcast of the Fancy Brigades on Channel 17, PHL, here in Philadelphia. After the 5 years, I would go in and set up the show lighting, and then I would go outside and we picked up the parade. Then I became the lighting designer, not other people that have been named on TV. Brian Barolo designed that lighting show to make it happen every single year. So I did the outside parade for many, many years, up until 2 years ago. I didn't do 18, didn't do 17. I did 16. But anyway, here's some passes that I've gathered over the years. It's 2014 for the Outdoor Mummers Parade, and it was produced by PMTV, Rob Schmall and his crews. And they did the broadcast on PHL Channel 17 here in Philadelphia. Here's a 2016 pass. There's a 2012 pass. There's a 2010 pass. There's a no year on it. There's a 2004. I've done it many, many years. There's another one from another year without an actual year on it. Frustrates me because then I can't show you all the actual years I did. But I'm sure they're around in my junk, hidden somewhere or whatever. Here's a couple of, as a sponsor one that I gotten from 2015-16. That was for the indoor Fancy Brigades only, because they had two passes. One was outdoors, one was indoors. And here's another one. This was 2004, 2005, tiny little one. That was a funny year. I guess they were changing people up front or in management or whatever. But anyway, I stayed home, kept my fire going, my feet up. I stayed warm, and I watched the Mummers Parade, and I watched the indoor Fancy Brigades, and I was happy to watch it because it felt like I was missing something because I wasn't there in the frigid cold. And my hat's off to all you guys, Darren Bruce, Ryan Ward, Andy Rugby, Patrick, and anybody else who may have been there, or Scott Humphrey, and any others from the audio end, the video end, John Dunleavy, Dave Harris. I don't know. I'm sure there's so many more people that were there on the cruise that have replaced me and so forth to do the show. But my hat's off to you again, especially for those, I don't know who did it, the outdoor in this frigid, horrible cold. I'm glad it was you and not me. I work for myself now, and I'm really happy that I can sit down and watch the Mummers and watch the lighting and comment about it and not actually have to be there in the frigid weather. So I work for myself now because I'm a worldwide internet marketer. My website's still being worked on, brianbarolo.com. I'm on Facebook. You can follow me. You can share. You can tag. You can message me on Facebook and other social medias that I'm getting into. I am selling myself as a brand, and I'm selling educational materials to help people get started into the internet business. But I'm not going to push that too much. Just follow me, contact me, and I'll lead you the right direction. It's cheap enough to get started, to investigate. I did it, and it's happening for me, and this is going to be a seriously prosperous year for me, 2018. I hope it is for you too. But anyway, again, thank you for all the mummers and the mummery people and the workers and the volunteers and all the people that had to work all of those days. I know what it's like. I did it for a little less than 20 years. My hat's off to you. And by God, keep up the good work, because I am here in my office, and I'm just getting started. January 2nd, 2018. You all have a wonderful, happy, joyous new year. Enjoy. Take care now. Ciao.